Hello students, today let's learn 15 idioms. Mambo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo? Mumbo jumbo. Damn!
Without the mumbo jumbo!
Nonsense or meaningless speech. When salesman started talking about the technical specifications of the car in a complex term, it all sounded like mumbo jumbo to me. Mum's the word.
Simon says, mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
To keep quiet, the manager hinted at a big company announcement, but insisted mum's the word until the official release. Nest egg.
Oh, nice nest egg.
Boom! Nest egg, baby!
Yes. Or nest eggs.
Savings set aside for future use. 2 years of diligent saving, they finally had a substantial nest egg to put towards their dream home. And now let's do an exercise.
After overhearing their parents discussing a possible move, the siblings agreed that until they knew more. Despite the professor's enthusiasm, his lecture on quantum physics seemed like pure to the students. She invested wisely in stocks and bonds, growing her for a comfortable retirement. The detective shared some confidential information with the rookie and told him, until the case is closed. The legal document was filled with so much that I had to hire a lawyer to understand it. When they planned the surprise party for Jane, they reminded everyone that until the big day. The politician's speech was criticized for being nothing more than a bunch of lacking any clear policy or direction. They decided to cut back on unnecessary expenses to build for their children's education. With their secure in a high-interest account, they felt more at ease about their financial future.
Never bite the hand that feeds you.
If you bite the hand that feeds.
Biting the hand that feeds you.
Biting the hand that feeds, which in your case, it's this hand.
Don't hurt anyone who helps you. Even though he was unhappy with his job, he knew better than to complain too loudly. After all, you should never bite the hand that feeds you. New kid on the block.
New kids on the block.
New kids on the block.
I'm the new kid on the block.
Someone new. As the new kid on the block, Sarah made an effort to introduce herself to her neighbors and join local community events. New York Minute.
In a New York minute.
Even a New York minute. I'll give you a New York minute.
In a very short period of time. When the CEO demanded a response, everyone knew they had to act in a New York Minute to meet his expectations. And now let's do an exercise.
After hearing the fire alarm, the building was evacuated as soon as the concert tickets went on sale, they were sold out At school, Jake felt a bit overwhelmed but was quickly welcomed by his friendly classmates. Even though he was in the office, his innovative ideas quickly earned him respect among his colleagues. She felt frustrated with her parents' rules, but she remembered her grandmother's advice. The bustling city life moves so fast that if you blink, you'll miss something. Everything happens in The coach reminded the team that criticizing the sponsors was foolish since you should. The startup, being in the tech industry, had to work hard to prove its value to potential investors. When the employee started badmouthing the company that provided him a steady income, his coworker warned him to
No dice.
No dice.
No dice.
No dice.
Do not agree. I tried to persuade my parents to let me go to a concert, but it was no dice. No room to swing a cat.
Not enough room to swing a cat.
You can't swing a cat without hitting a gypsy.
Room to swing a cat.
An unusually small space. The apartment was so small that there was barely enough space for a bed, let alone room to swing a cat. Not playing with a full deck.
Val's not exactly playing with a full deck.
I mean, she's not playing with a full deck.
You're not playing with a full deck.
Someone who lacks intelligence. After hearing his bizarre conspiracy theories, it was clear to everyone that he was not playing with a full deck. And now let's do an exercise.
After cramming all their equipment into the tiny office, the team joked that there was. Despite several attempts to fix the broken computer, we had to call in a professional technician. He made such irrational decisions in the meeting that the team wondered if he was He thought he could talk his way out of the speeding ticket, but the officer was having and issued the fine anyway. The clutter in the garage had accumulated to the point where there was prompting a long overdue cleaning session. The erratic behavior of the new employee made some colleagues suspect that she wasn't. They chose to move out of the cramped studio because there was making it difficult to live comfortably. We hoped the store would accept our expired coupons. They were strict about the dates. When the stranger started talking to himself on the bus, it was obvious to the passengers that he might not be
off on the wrong foot.
My wife got off on the wrong foot.
Got off on the wrong foot.
Well, we're getting off on the wrong foot here, okay?
Getting a bad start. Despite their best intentions, their first meeting started off on the wrong foot when they accidentally spilled coffee on the client's presentation. Off the hook.
Off the hook.
Off the hook! Off the hook!
No longer had to deal with a tough situation. After hours of interrogation, the suspect was released because he was not guilty, so he was off the hook, off the record.
No, off the record. Do you think you got a chance?
Off the record?
Mm-hmm.
Off the record?
Yeah, sure, off the record.
We're off the record.
Yes, off the record.
Something said in confidence. The journalist assured the source that their conversation would be strictly off the record, allowing them to speak candidly without fear of repercussions. And now let's do an exercise.
By completing his assignment ahead of schedule, he was thrilled to be for the weekend. Despite being the politician's comments during the private meeting were leaked to the press, causing a scandal. Starting with your new boss can make it challenging to build a positive working relationship. The celebrity's publicist managed to get him with a well-crafted apology after his controversial remarks. The doctor shared some personal observations about the patient's condition, hoping to provide additional insight to the family. The lawyer disclosed some sensitive information to the client, emphasizing that it was strictly and should not be mentioned in court. The project got when key team members misunderstood the initial objectives. Their vacation began, when their flight got delayed, causing them to miss their connecting flight. When her friend offered to cover her shift at work, she felt grateful to be for the evening.
On pins and needles.
Somebody's on pins and needles.
Pins and needles. Fine, it's pins and needles.
To be anxious or nervous. She waited anxiously for the results of her exam, feeling like she was on pins and needles the entire time. On the fence.
On the fence.
You were on the fence.
I'm on the fence.
Where are you on the fence?
I'm on the fence.
Undecided. When it came to deciding on a vacation destination, she was on the fence between a beach getaway and a mountain retreat. On the same page.
Are we on the same page?
Same page.
On the same page.
On the same page.
When a lot of people agree on something. During the meeting, it was evident that everyone was on the same page regarding the project's objectives and timeline. And now let's do an exercise.
He remained about joining the gym, weighing the benefits against the cost. In order to move forward smoothly, it's essential for both parties to be about the terms of the contract. It took a few discussions, but eventually, the team members were all regarding the new marketing strategy. The audience was, during the tense final moments of the thriller movie, unsure of the outcome. The couple was about buying a new house, unsure if they were ready to commit to such a big investment. The politician skirted around the issue, remaining instead of taking a clear stance. The team was as they awaited the final decision on their project proposal. When planning the surprise party, it was crucial to ensure that everyone involved was to avoid any slip-ups. With the job interview approaching, he was worrying about whether he would make a good impression.
Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.